Welcome to my backyard garden. It's not actually my backyard garden, it's my property in Tennessee that I have. It's my retirement property. Today I'm going to be planting some blackberry bushes. I'll be doing it pretty much the same way you can do it at home in your backyard, maybe a couple variations. You'll see what I do later. So blackberries can be grown in zones 5 and above. They're self-fruitful, which means they don't have to be around other blackberry plants to set fruit. There's two types of blackberries. First is the bush type, which is what these two are. They have stiff canes. They don't necessarily need a trellis or to be supported, and you can plant them in rows as a hedge or a shrub border. The other type of blackberry is called a trailing blackberry. They have long, flexible canes. They can get 6 to 8 feet long. They droop to the ground, so they have to be trellised. Another thing to know about blackberries is you don't want to plant them near raspberries or blueberries. Because of disease contamination. You want to keep them at least 100 feet away from those other bushes. Now the blackberry bushes come in one of two ways. They can be packaged like this, and on the inside is a mulch type of material to keep the roots from drying out. Of course, if the roots dry out, the plant dies, or they can come potted. Now one thing you need to do if you have them packaged like this is you have to take the plant out, shake off this material in here, and put the roots in water for 2 to 3 hours. And while you're doing that, you can get your bed prepared. Okay, so I cleared out the area I want to plant the bushes in. This bush in the middle is a blackberry. I planted it over the winter. It's doing just fine, so I'm going to plant on either side. The recommendation is 2 to 3 feet apart if you're going to plant in a row, so I'm going to do 2.5 feet and split the difference. Blackberries prefer a pH of about 5.5 to 7, just like blueberries do. So I'm going to dig my hole 8 to 10 inches deep, put in some peat moss, and I saved the mulch material from inside the packaging, and I'm going to put that in there as well, just to put a little bit more organic material in there. Okay, so I mixed in the peat moss, that mulch material that came in the packaging with the bush, and some of the soil, and I brought that back up to about 2 or 3 inches below the surface, and then it's time to plant the bush. Okay, one thing you want to do after you get that in, you're not going to fill it all the way up. You want to pour some water in there to help the soil settle in and get rid of some of the air pockets that are down there. Just push it in a little bit. Let that stand for a little bit and then finish it off. Okay, 2 blackberry bushes in the ground. A couple things is, you notice I put this on a slope. You want a location that's well drained, but I also don't want the soil to dry out during the summer, so I'm going to put some landscaping fabric over the top of this bed, and then I'm going to frame it in. So just to review, two types of blackberries, bush and trailing. Trailing, long flexible canes that need to be supported. You don't have to plant them with near other blackberry bushes because they're self-fruiting. Climate zones 5 and above. They like the soil to be a little acidic like blueberries, so 5.5 to 7. Also, use a 10-10-10 fertilizer in the early spring and sometime during the summer. Hope that was helpful. If you like the video, give it a like. Share it with your friends. Subscribe to my channel if you would. Leave any comments or questions below. And pound that bell for notifications of my future videos. Back soon with more stuff. Bye-bye.